The High Court in Cape Town has ordered that alleged Parliament arsonist Zandile Christmas Mafe be released from Valkenberg Psychiatric Hospital immediately. Judge President of the High Court, Hlophe, says the order to refer Mafe for mental observation at the hospital was unlawful and irregular. SABC News reporter Vanessa Poonah was in court and joins us now. Vanessa, it's been a very interesting afternoon listening to the arguments. You know, when one was listening to the Judge President speaking to Mafe's lawyers, one would have thought that it was going to go one way for the state, and then enter the prosecutor. Really some serious holes in this particular process. You're looking at the fact that they admit that there should have been greater medical and factual basis that needed to be made to send him there. At the same time, they concede that an investigating officer should have been present. It really looks like the state did not do its job here.
Look, good afternoon to you, and let me just start off by saying what the attorney for Mr. Mafe told us a short while ago, speaking outside the High Court, saying that today the wheels of justice have finally ground. On Saturday he was saying it's moving in the right direction, but now it's ground in his favour. Of course, the legal team extremely satisfied that Mr. Mafe will now be released from Valkenberg Psychiatric Hospital, and even though he will still remain in custody, that of course at Paulsmoor Prison, they're saying that the principles, the issue of his being allowed permission to apply for bail within that 7-day period, that has been unconstitutional. Yes, a very short while ago we heard from the prosecution admitting that perhaps the one-pager that of course from the district surgeon Zandile may have been insufficient, and also the issue highlighted by the defence since Mr. Mafe's second court appearance, that of course was on the 11th of January, on the day that he was slapped with a terrorism charge, as well as that letter of referral by the district surgeon referring him for a 30-day mental observation period at Valkenberg. That of course was always the contention of the defence, that this was not done lawfully. I'm going to bring in here now Mr. Eric Zalila. He is the spokesperson of the NPA in the Western Cape. Eric, very warm good afternoon to you. A setback for the state. You had wanted Mr. Mafe to complete that 30-day mental evaluation period. The Judge President and the second judge disagrees with the NPA at this stage.
Yes, we wanted to, but that request was based on the recommendations that were made by Dr. Zandile. It's not something we took out of the air or we woke up and decided to. It was based after the accused was sent by the Hawks immediately after his arrest to a district surgeon to check whether he's got injuries on his body following his arrest. The doctor checked him and came with the conclusion that he suffered from paranoid schizophrenia, and that she recommended that he must be admitted for 30 days for evaluation. Now, so our decision was based on the recommendations.
Eric, the Judge President took a very dim view of this issue, and I think he cited the Mental Health Act, whereby there should be a 72-hour period. Mr. Mafe was not seen to and observed over that 72-hour period was the one issue. The second issue was the fact that the state had in its possession that report before Mr. Mafe's first court appearance, why this was not shared with the defence, in order for them to make different arrangements in terms of private evaluations on their side.
Look, we considered on our own that there should have been a more information at the disposal of the magistrate before the magistrate took that decision to refer the accused to Valkenberg. However, at the hearing itself, such a request was not made. First by the presiding officer, and the accused was also presented, like we said in court. The accused was legally represented, and there was no request on the side of the defense to say we disagree with this. Can we rather bring in our own expert, or take this person to a doctor of his choice, a psychiatrist of his choice, for him to be assessed? So yes, that was the decision based that was the decision of what happened in the court on the day.
Eric, I'm going to leave it there for now. We'll certainly speak to you in the run-up to Saturday. Of course, that's when a formal, or rather an urgent bail application for Mr. Zandile Mafe is set to be heard in the regional court here in Cape Town. We know that the date has been set for Saturday. However, at this stage, we also know that Mr. Mafe has been diagnosed with COVID-19. So according to his legal team, he may or may not be physically present in court when that bail application goes ahead on Saturday.
All right, Vanessa, we'll leave it there with you. Thank you so much for that. And really, it's going to be interesting to see what really comes out of that bail hearing at the weekend.